Progressing south from the prototype Termagant Forest, it's not possible to load the next area of the forest surrounding Vorador's mansion. Every doorway leading to it crashes the game, and those on the level select are inaccessible, meaning that to even get close, you have to navigate backward through the mansion from its end. It does exist in files, however, so we can examine these from a distance. This reveals the mansion tile to be arranged somewhat simpler than its retail counterpart, with a more straightforward zigzag trail through the trees, made up of alternating patches of mud, swamp, and vortex traps. Only the final section leading into the mansion has the ignis fatuus lamps, and the mansion itself appears to be wider, with an extension in the middle. While the exterior area of Vorador's mansion only exists in the files of the alpha and cannot be accessed in the gameplay, the interior does exist, although with normal access and the regular level select doorways not linked properly, we have two choices. Use the Vorador boss doorway and backtrack, a doorway which was of course broken in later builds, or by using a hidden portal off Kain's mausoleum. At the start of the area, there's a numbered item card giving the appropriate skills for that area of the game. Attempting to exit the front door will send Kain back to the hidden portal of the mausoleum, ultimately rendering the outside area of the mansion inaccessible. Much of Vorador's mansion is incredibly similar to its retail counterpart, with only a few relatively minor changes. As with the retail version, Vorador's mansion is full of secret areas, although like other alpha secrets, they don't count towards the secrets total in the game. The mansion is another area where enemies are upgraded for retail, and the alpha version notably shows most of the humans in a ghost state, albeit with the wrong colour blood. This may well have been changed to give more plentiful supply of blood and easier access for Control Mind. Much of the initial areas of the mansion are identical, with some minor decorative changes, with the retail version adding some pillars and some wall designs. No vistas are present, and the Chaos Armour can be found much earlier, in one of the first rooms.
My enemies are quite vicious, and the Chaos Armor extract...
The first secret is in this area, with a small change. The red carpet in the alpha covers only the middle section of the room and is surrounded by stone, whereas the retail version has the red carpet covering the whole room. The secret leads to a balcony overlooking another area, but we'll come back to that later. The second secret is also nearby, and its dedicated room has a slightly different arrangement of spikes.
At times, my magic extends into very exotic disciplines, such as the manipulation of time. I am able to slow time down so I can move about, quick as a wolf, while all others move as though they were mired in mud.
Aside from a slight enemy variation, the third secret area is much the same. Also of note in this section is that the first checkered room in the retail version has a simple white tiled look in the alpha. The next main section doesn't have the Chaos Armor or Mural, which have already been gained, and has a slightly smaller spike pit and some minor decorative changes to wall fixtures, such as a different switch design. The secret area that branches from here has only minor changes in wall decorations and power-ups. The following checkered area is also much the same, but with some odd shadow effects. These presumably reflect this being the bottom floor of the room, with several bridges and balconies above that are visited later. Stairs at the end of this area are shown more prominently in retail. The next area has an extra stand in the middle and some minor spike rearrangements. The bridge and balcony room has another set of unusual shadows, presumably intended to represent the higher level seen later. But otherwise, much of it's the same.
They Victus!
The secret section leading off the side here is also much the same, with minor wall decor changes. And with wall decor being the only change in the secret room to the north. When Kain continues, and follows the balcony south, another couple of rooms of minor wall and spike changes await.
The Heart of Darkness.
The plus-shaped room features a surprising change. In retail, this area houses the Blood Shower spell and mural, with it necessary to drain the inhabitants of the room, 2 human enemies and 2 prisoners, to open the door.
Multiple combatants. Beware those with tainted blood.
Here, the mural instead features the previously gained blood gout, and there's no spell to be found. Enemies now include the toxic mutated slugs and the black-blooded red skeletons. So the trick is to fire the blood gout to pass between these enemies and hit the prisoners behind. Again, there are minor decor changes. Vorador's larder has brown tiles rather than the checkered look seen in retail. The room has no audio vista and contains the Blood Shower spell card.
Oh, to bathe in the blood of others. This spell is especially useful in the face of multiple combatants. Beware those with tainted blood.
Call yourself a vampire, do you? I've dined on rats more dangerous than you.
As we move on to the cross-pattern rooms, we're again looking at minor decor and enemy changes. The first secret area in this section has no power-ups, and continues the cross pattern, whereas retail has many power-ups, and the cross pattern is only a small section of carpet leading to a checkered floor.
Call yourself a vampire, do you? I've dined on rats more dangerous than you.
The second secret area with the spike room is virtually identical to the retail, with only some minor carpet flourishes to tell the rooms apart.
Should this object strike an enemy, rot and decay would instantly eat their flesh and leave only a pool of blood and tissue. For a time after, the toxins are still active and therefore lethal to the touch.
Call yourself a vampire. I've dined on rats more dangerous than you.
The hourglass of Mobius allowed him to...
Moving on, the next big map area has a few misplaced textures, and lacks the Chronicle and Audio Vista, instead featuring a painting. The spike pit below is smaller than in retail, and beyond this is another secret section. The room below has more wall decor changes, and a painting that isn't present in retail, as well as missing one of the chairs seen in retail. The room on the left has different paintings in a different arrangement, with wider gaps. Again, the explanatory vista is missing. Heading north leads to a room with another painting that wasn't present in retail. The area down to the south is much the same, albeit with different power-ups. Another secret area to the north leads to a spike room which is virtually indistinguishable from its retail counterpart, save for minor wall decorations.
The Heart of Darkness.
Heading across the bridge at the top of the tall balcony room leads us through some more interesting shadows and on through the small spike room, which has a painting that is missing in the tale. The next section is a legendary cut encounter, known for many years, Vorador's chess match. We've covered this on another video which we'll link below, but to summarise, the chess match was featured in many pre-release screenshots and magazines, but not actually seen in public until the discovery of the alpha and beta builds of Blood Omen. The chess match was so well known that both Silicon Knights and Crystal Dynamics specifically addressed it in interviews and FAQs, with both expressing that it was cut due to bugs. The sequence takes place in a simple room with a checkerboard floor, with humans representing pieces on a chessboard.
Why pretend, child? Face your fate as a mortal.
The correct move to complete the chess match was a classic checkmate move. But in later alpha and beta builds, it was also possible to complete it by just killing the entire room.
So there is fight in you after all. Perhaps there is more to you.
The sequence becomes more polished and complete through successive builds, with additional audio added.
Vorador enjoyed his game. I was but a fledgling vampire to him, a child to be coaxed and baited. Vorador bore no ill towards his own kind. So long as I knew my place, he said, I would be safe.
But the aforementioned serious bugs are in evidence, even into the beta build. After the chess match, we reach the dining room, which again is very similar to its retail counterpart, with a few minor wall decor changes. Except here there's no ring card, no vista, and the cutscene meeting with Vorador does not play. We can explore the nearby secrets, however. The only change in the first water room is that it has dirt platforms rather than the stone ones seen in retail. The second secret has only minor wall decor and power-up changes. The final area takes us beneath the balcony overlook from the earliest secrets. Here we can again see changes in the wall decor and changes in the carpet pattern. A door seen in the retail leading to the last save point is missing here too. The final room has 2 more crypts than retail, but the last secret inside the final crypt is still present.
Save Victor! Save Victor! Save Victor!
Unfortunately, the final teleporter at the bottom of the room does not function, and the cave it leads to is missing from the build. But given the progression of the retail game, the next area should be the prototype Ustenheim. Join us next time as we explore the prototype Ustenheim, look again at the Repel reshuffle, and the ruined land on the path to Dark Eden.